On this episode, we're going to be going over the Thursday night football matchup. The Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers is going to be a good one.
And we're going to be talking about our rankings. Got some crazy rankings.
Crazy.
Crazy. And some news.
Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Brothers. Let's meet your host. From the cold and harsh distant land of Mother Russia, lover of romantic walks from his bed to his couch, Boris Wagner. From the sunshine state of California, lover of barbershops and sleeping in, Richard Wagner. Thank you for joining the Fantasy Football Brothers for another episode.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Football Brothers. My name is Richard Wagner.
And I am Boris Wagner.
And we got an exciting episode for you guys. Sorry we missed the yesterday's episode. One of us partaked in some drugs and was not in the right mindset to record an episode. I won't give away who it was.
I did some
PCP?
No, by accident.
Acid?
I did some marijuana.
No, I'm kidding.
And I've just had such bad trips with it over my lifespan, and it sucks because I like marijuana in general. I
Right.
think it's really cool. I think it helps a lot of people. It relaxes them. I think it's an awesome drug, especially Colorado, man. But yeah, it's just I've had some pretty bad PTSD with it, some bad incidences, and I haven't got over the hump with my relationship with it. So.
Hippopotamus. Well, it's good to have you back here
Thank you.
on planet Earth,
Thank you so much.
joining the rest of us back into sanity. But we got some news. We got some rankings. We were supposed to do a rankings episode yesterday. We're going to be doing it today. We got a Thursday night football preview. It should be a high-scoring game tonight.
Yes.
Should be a fun
At
one.
least we hope so.
At least we hope so. Well, all right. Shall we get into the news?
Yes, sir.
News.
We just got a notey, so this is kind of breaking news, but not really. Jalen Reagor is playing on Sunday against the Cowboys. What do you think, man? Are you throwing him into this lineup?
Just
Into your lineup?
depends on who I have. I mean, maybe as a flex.
But you're
I don't think
comfortable
he's the
playing him?
worst. No, definitely not comfortable. I wouldn't say comfortable
Wow.
playing with him.
I think I'm very comfortable playing with him, especially with Deshaun being out, Alshon probably being out. It looks like
No, Alshon, yes, he's gonna be.
yeah,
out.
it looks like he's gonna be out. I feel pretty comfortable being that Fulgham is their number one guy there, and they just drafted this rookie ahead of Justin Jefferson, so they're gonna feel like shit if they don't use him and if he doesn't become anything. And they've realized that they could have got J. Jeff.
Yeah. I can see it go both ways. Definitely, I'm not comfortable with it. But if I don't have a lot of other options, I think you can go worse. I think he's a solid flex play, especially like who they're playing. Playing Dallas, so
Right, Devontae Freeman was absent from Thursday's practice.
I know you guys are like, what, Gallman, what? But I think he's another like okay flex option. It's versus Tampa Bay, who has a really hard defense, but against Philly last week, we saw what Gallman was able to do. Philly's also a really hard run defense, and you get to watch a Monday game with one of your players. So
I
it's
would
the
not touch
worst.
it. I would not touch it. Michael Thomas returned to Saints practice Thursday. Some pretty big news for all you Michael Thomas owners who drafted a wide receiver in the first round and haven't been able to use that wide receiver.
I know,
But
pretty wild.
pretty wild. But this is definitely good news. So, if you heard anything else about him being traded?
No.
Okay. Sterling Shepard was limited during Thursday's practice. I don't think it's anything.
Yeah, I think he's
Major.
looking like a go to play. I don't
Ma-
think he was ever a concern.
Right. Miles Sanders did not practice Thursday. Scary.
I don't think it's scary. I think it was just 1 to 2 weeks, and I think this is the second week.
Christian McCaffrey won't play Thursday night against Atlanta. It is confirmed. I'm happy. Rest that dude. Let him come back later. A lot of people thinking it's going to not even be next week, but the week after.
Really?
Yeah.
Definitely could be.
Could be.
Anything. is
Dalvin
possible.
Cook was limited at Thursday's practice. Going to be interesting to see. But I think he plays.
John Brown continues to have a full practice.
How'd you know John Brown was going to be the next person?
I don't know. I didn't know, but I keep seeing him all over my feed, all over with updates. And
Yeah,
he's
Cole Beasley,
practiced
bye,
again.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Which is great because I'm playing Cole Beasley in a couple leagues.
A.J. Brown did not practice, held out.
I think he just continues to get rest.
Yeah. The number one wide receiver on the Broncos, who nobody saw coming, Tim Patrick, did not practice. Mark Ingram did not practice.
Gus Edwards show.
Alan Lazard practiced for the second consecutive day. I think it's going to help Rodgers. I think Rodgers just had a little bit of a dip since his first 3 games. But I think bringing back Alan Lazard's going to help him out a lot.
I think, speaking of which, I have some, bigger news for all these
What,
things.
Aaron?
Aaron Jones
Right.
hasn't practiced.
How'd you know that was going to be the next one?
I don't know. I didn't. And Mixon didn't practice. So
And how'd you know that was going to be the next one?
I think both of them don't play.
I think both of them don't play as well. Philip Lindsay returns to Broncos practice on Thursday. I think he ends up suiting up. We got some positives around the league. Not positives in the meaning that it's positive, but some positive COVID tests. I think the Bucks had one. Some other teams, but I think at this point they're just like, let's move this on, let's push it on. So I'm not scared of it anymore.
Are you
They had a
afraid?
Chargers O-line test positive. Ryan Groy, man, has begun quarantine. Julian Edelman had a knee procedure and will miss this week's game against the Bills.
I think he's gonna miss. Can easily send him off for now playing the whole year, man.
Right. The Giants left guard tested positive.
So who do you like there then? No.
Who? And the Patriots?
Yeah.
No one. Maybe Bird. Maybe Nikhil. Probably
There's
Nikhil.
also Myers.
Yeah, I know. Probably Nikhil. Just bet on the youngness. Bet on the breakout. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a no-touch offense. I don't even think James White. I think James White's an okay backup, but you're not really, after what he did last week. You definitely could be hitting the panic button if they can't get their stuff together. Yeah.
Yeah.
More COVID news.
More COVID news.
When asked how his role will change without Odell Beckham, Browns wide receiver Rashad Higgins responded that he's in the starting lineup now. Didn't see anyone.
That's what
Yep.
kind of statement is that?
Jameson Crowder was crowded and a limited participant in practice
Thank
this
you for
Thursday.
playing. Thank you for practicing, my brother. And Perryman, I know, did not practice. So that bodes very well
For Mims.
Crowder
Memes.
owners, for Mims owners, for everybody.
Gardner Minshew with multiple fractures and a strained ligament in his right thumb. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Clearly,
The
we
Brazil.
saw the issue that was happening with Minshew. I think he started off decently well. And clearly the reason why Shark hasn't been doing well is because clearly this guy's fighting some pretty severe injuries. Just traded for Minshew from Kamara. Gave up Lamar Jackson. You know how it is. Also got Kyle Allen, though. That's not too shabs, but you know.
Devontae, I think that's it. Devontae Parker was limited at Wednesday's practice. That was
Wednesday's
yesterday.
practice, yes.
That's what I mean. Christian McCaffrey not expected. We went over that. Andy Dalton concussion remained sidelined Thursday
he's probably
practice.
gonna miss it.
Probably gonna miss it. All right, I think
Oh my god, yeah.
that's it,
Yeah, Ben is gonna play.
guys. It's 6 in the morning here, just late. I'm kidding. They're like, why are we so tired at 2 p.m.? All right, well, that is the news. Shall we get into the rankings?
Yes, let's get into the rankings.
All right, let's go ahead and start with some.
Quarterback rankings.
So the way we're gonna do it, now we've changed it even more. We're
More.
gonna continuously change it until we have 0 rankings, completely no rankings.
I'd love it.
So what we decided to do, which kind of makes sense for us, is just gonna have a 6-point QB. We're gonna have just the 6-point QB, right, ranking. Then we're gonna have RB, full PPR running back rankings, full PPR wide receiver rankings, full PPR tight end rankings, and then the kicker and the defense. And the running backs and the wide receivers, we're gonna have only top 36, QB and tight end, top 24, kicker and defense top 24, I think as well. So we're just gonna we're gonna do it where the people that want to know more, they can go to our Discord, ask us any questions, and it's gonna be more that than putting in too much of the work on our end first. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah. I like it.
Do you like it?
So let's get into this quarterbacks rankings. I would say a big questions coming up for a lot of people right now is concerning these rookie quarterbacks and then these old guys like Matt Ryan and Breeze, and Kirk Cousins and even a Derek Carr. So if we take, let's start off with just the Burrow. Let's go like Burrow and Herbert, or like Matt Ryan and Kirk. Let's just say, right. So we have them all pretty close. You have Burrow at the highest at 8, and Matt Ryan at the lowest at 12. You have Burrow, Herbert back to back 8, 9. Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins back to back. Kirk Cousins 11, Matt Ryan 12. I have them flip flopped. I have Matt Ryan the highest being 8, then Kirk at 9, and then Burrow at 11 and Herbert at 12. So kind of like a big flip there where you have the rookies higher and then the vets, and I have the vets
I think
higher.
they've showed enough, especially for me, especially Herbert. He's shown enough to have.
But you have Herbert behind Burrow. So what do you mean especially?
Say that again.
Well, you have Herbert behind Burrow.
I know, but I'm saying like
just because of the matchups.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
the thing is that I just think Herbert, for example, has shown it just game in game out. Where at this point, I think you can, if he has like a decent at least a neutral situation in a matchup, you have to know that he's getting 20 plus easy. I mean, at this point.
But also, you do know that with Matt Ryan if Julio Jones is there.
But clearly not, because last
Why
game
not?
he got under 20 points.
I mean, that was one game, and I think he got
Right.
like 17 still.
Right. So
Right.
what I'm saying is like I like
And that's because
if-
Todd Gurley like vultured his
Vulture,
touchdowns.
right. So I like Herbert more than Matt Ryan's rest of the season. I just think because of the run, I think because he's athletic, I think because they're going to be behind. Like, this is kind of what the situation was where I thought Matt Ryan would be kind of like an Herbert, where they're just behind most games and do it. I am just not confident in that system
Right.
as much as I am. Like, I saw him play one
Okay.
game, and I don't know. I'm just not
Okay,
that
so
confident.
going into
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Matt Ryan.
but you'd rather play Burrow than Matt Ryan,
This game?
right?
Yes, because Carolina is a top 5, top 6.
And you'd
Uh,
rather
pass
play Burrow
defense.
than Herbert.
Who?
Burrow than Herbert,
Yes, this game I do.
even though Herbert. Who are they playing?
Who are they playing, Richard?
You don't know?
Do you know?
No, I must ask.
So you're asking me a question that you don't even know, like who they're playing with
Yeah.
against?
Why
yeah.
I'm asking you who they're
Yeah,
playing.
I'm saying when I looked at the matchups,
Right.
that's the reason.
I don't know
why
why
I
you're getting
did.
defensive. I'm
No,
literally
not getting
asking
defensive.
you, like, who are they playing to know who they're playing.
No, I hear you, but I think the way you were saying it was a little weird. Where you were like, I can't believe you put this guy over this guy. I mean,
I never said that. You're
Right.
just putting words in my mouth at this
putting
point.
words in your mouth, boo boo.
They're playing Tennessee, so it's a pretty hard matchup.
Who?
Burrow.
But Tennessee, as much as we think that, they haven't been that great.
Sure.
They've been been at the middle of the pack, like not even the end of the pack, kind of close to it. They've been like 11th overall.
All right, let's move on here. And then Derek
the-
Carr. A lot of people saying Derek Carr over all these guys. Where are you at? And we
Uh,
both have him 16th.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we both think the same way. I think he's been also very efficient. He has a pretty decent matchup. I don't know. I think he's kind of like a 20-point game, which I think that we think of it as like maybe nothing. But I think some quarterback that can consistently get 20 points a game, and he got that against Tampa Bay. You know, I wish I could even have him a little higher. I feel like I have more trust in him at this point than Cousins. You know.
For sure. All right.
I think the biggest differential, not the biggest, but one of them is Carson Wentz. I mean, you have him at 7.
Mm-hmm.
I have him at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah, you have him ahead of Mahomes.
I do.
Right.
I do. I just think
So
that
right now, if you have Mahomes and Carson Wentz, you'd actually play Carson Wentz.
I
over
know it
Mahomes.
sounds crazy. I would because, these quarterbacks have shown me like when they're playing really, 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 really easy opponent. Like, do you really believe that the Jets can score points on them? If
I don't think they need to. I'd rather take Mahomes upside than even if Jets can't keep up, Mahomes I could still see him getting 3 touchdowns and them just winning the game.
For sure. I mean, I don't know. I hear you, but I want to go with the team that's with the player that's against Dallas. Like I think Dallas could potentially I like Dallas more than the Jets. I do.
Wow.
I know it's crazy. You like the Jets more than Dallas?
Definitely no, but they're both Garbanzo being shown.
Right, they're both
Especially Dallas's offense with freaking not even Dalton.
Right, with Ben.
Good luck keeping up.
Yeah, for sure. I just like that situation more so for them. And I think Carson Wentz, he got over 30 points against a hard defense. And I think now, we saw what not Kyle Murray. What's his name? What's the what?
Russ?
No,
Who?
Washington quarterback. Jesus
Kyle
Christ.
Allen?
Kyle Allen did to Dallas. He balled out. And so, yeah, I just like Carson Wentz with his running ability, with his escape ability, with his, run, and then they have Rager back, as you're saying. I just like him way more. I just think that, of course, there's a easy possibility that Mahomes scores 3 touchdowns, of course. But I also see a possibility where their defense scores 1, where the running back scores 1, where he just doesn't have to do it like he did last game. Like, this is the worst team, in my mind, out of any other team.
All right, we're going to move on?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go to some
Running back rankings.
All right, flipping over here. All right. We both got Derek. Oh, I got Derrick Henry at 1. You got him at 2. You got Alvin Kamara 1. I got him at 3. I got Kareem Hunt at 2. You got him at 3. So let's find some disparities.
Doesn't look like there's much except maybe Josh Jacobs.
Doesn't look like there's much. What do we got with Josh Jacobs?
Oh, and Jerry McKinnon. Josh Jacobs, I have him at 13. You have him at 10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Josh Jacobs at all, for sure, right now. I think he's garbanzo. I just think the running back landscape is trash itself, man.
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, wait, if Josh Jacobs did this bad, right? I mean, he has like some good games, some bad games, like some just duds. I'm like, where is he in PPR? And where do you think he's ranked?
I'm assuming like 10th, 11th,
No. I mean, you're making it
12th, 13th,
14.
14th.
I was just still surprised at 14.
I mean, the landscape's bad
Right.
when we have Clyde 11th and 12th. That's all I'm saying.
Clyde 11th to 12.
Yeah, like this. Like, how do we ever rank a guy in a committee that high?
Only I mean, I personally did it because I haven't seen Bell like overtake and get
No, of
that
course,
many touches
but
yet.
it's like we're betting that what happens, and we're like still guessing.
Right, still guessing.
And to guess to put him that high,
Right.
on a guess.
Just James Conner, I would want to put him a lot higher. Like I have him 16, you have him 14, but the thing is, they're playing freaking Ravens. man.
Ravens,
Like,
right?
It's just a little hard. Like McKinnon, I have him at 14, you have him 19.
Yeah, I'm not sold. Like I need to see it.
No, 100%.
I think it's still gambling at that
Maybe
point.
like Hasty gets it. Maybe
yeah, you
Coleman
can like
comes back.
completely dodge you, like literally 0 points.
That's insane. Yeah.
So it's definitely scary.
We
Yeah,
have James White in the same exact place. I like it.
I kind of did these fast.
Yeah.
All right.
We just put it out there, guys. We had it where we thought McCaffrey was going to play, clearly. Clearly, we had him at 5.
Clearly.
But I'm going to say Mike Davis, slots
Just slot
right
him in
there.
there,
Slot
yeah.
him where McCaffrey goes. He's the 5th guy. Right? Consensus that. And then at this point, you clearly see Giovanni Bernard and Jamal Williams are there instead of the starter, as we think that those guys are going to play and the starters aren't.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Gaskin, you have. What do you have a little?
Yeah, I'm a little I don't know what to think of Gaskin right now.
I mean, you have him pretty high.
I know. But like I have him ahead of Clyde, right, by like 1 or whatever, or below him, or ahead of Clyde by 1. Yeah, like that's how tough the running back class. I think he's like he has to be ahead of Clyde because we're gambling, but he's probably gonna get the touches. Not gambling. I'm just saying like with Clyde is a guess,
Hey,
and
they don't know.
Gaskin.
They don't know what a gambler is.
And Gaskin is a pretty sure thing to get at least 12 touches, 14 touches. I guess Clyde's kind of for sure maybe. You see, there's a maybe there. But like one guy was asking us on Discord, who would you rather have rest of season, Gibson or Gaskin? And I think it's Gibson, right?
It's hard.
It's really hard.
It's super hard.
But I think
I'd
I'd rather have
see,
Gibson.
I know. I'd have to see.
That's what I mean.
This
It's
is the thing.
because of the risk factor with Tua. Yes, there's a chance that he's like a monster, but there's a chance where he's nothing.
So there's a lot that plays it for me. Number one, do I think Miami's a better team than Washington? Yes. Do I think they're
Sure.
gonna like? It just depends, of course, how Tua
It's
is
just
gonna play.
the whole Tua situation. I
Right.
mean, that's like
I
comes down
think
to.
around him, I don't know anything, but I
Exactly.
think somehow I think that he's gonna do better than what is his,
Fitzy,
what is wrong with that kid?
Jordan Howard.
on the Washington. I
Oh,
don't
Antonio
remember his
Gibson.
name.
McKissick.
The quarterback.
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen. Like I do believe that he's better than Kyle Allen. I believe that system has players around him that he can do succeed better. That's why I kind of like Gaskin
No, but
more.
I don't think that it's necessarily a succeed thing. I just wonder if it's if he still is the running back with Tua there. You know what I mean? Like, do they transition maybe more to what's his name? Not
Breda?
Breda. Like, you know what I mean?
Because of a quarterback change?
Yeah, because maybe Tua likes Breda more. Like, I don't know. It's up in the air.
Right,
Do they stop
interesting.
running a lot with him? Does Tua take the goal line carries? Like, what's, you know what I mean?
For sure.
What happens? Does Tua not pass down to Gaskin at all? Does he look more downfield like Mahomes, or does he start passing down?
Well, they
I
were
don't know, a
saying
lot.
because he's a new quarterback that he should pass.
He
it
should
down.
pass down for sure.
But the thing, and also I was gonna say about.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna remember his name.
Scourge?
Kyle Allen.
Kyle.
Their schedule is with
Hold
Gibson.
Hold up. All right.
Their schedule, Washington's schedule, is very friendly. They have like two, I think, out of all the remaining matches, they have two very hard matchups. But overall, they're very easy. Their schedule is very easy.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Why I kind of do lean maybe a little Gibson, because clearly we know like after this game, if they are in the game, they're going to be utilizing him.
Right. All right. Wide receiver rankings. We got a huge one. Never would I think this guy would ever make it outside of like the top 5.
Right.
Tyreek Hill, I got him as number 3 behind Devontae and Julio, who we both have 1 and 2. But Boris has Tyreek Hill number 10.
I'm tired of it. I was probably
How are
the
you
highest,
tired of the
I'll
most
explain to
consistent
you.
guy this year?
Where is he? Right now?
Tyreek Hill is the only guy to not have 2 duds. Only receiver.
Let me just see where he's ranked. In PPR, of course.
Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Dun 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 dun.
8th.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, that's
dun,
nice.
dun,
The way I look at it, and
dun.
I'm gonna be one to admit that I'm kind of falling back in a situation where I'm gonna go through matchups.
I
Like
think
I'm gonna
you-
go.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say like I think that might be a fault of yours. In my opinion, of course. Who the fuck knows?
Right.
But for me, I think that's a little bit of a fault of yours because from what I've seen, more times than not, it literally does not matter. Like it sometimes it does happen what you're saying, but more often than not, like it's really up in the air. Like I've seen teams be down and you know what I mean, and not put up points at all. I've seen teams be down and put up a lot of points. I've seen teams be up and not put up a lot of
Right.
points, and teams be down.
Right, so you don't. So clearly we don't know.
Right, I'm saying
Right.
we don't know.
Right.
It's all up in the air. So like to give a guy who would normally be top 3, 4, 5 wide receiver all the way down to 10 just because of you think I don't know. It just
I don't know.
I could see it, of course.
I get
I'm
what
not-
you're
I
saying.
don't
To
think
me,
it's
like
horrible.
he is 8,
right.
and he is consistent, but he hasn't done like an oh my god. Like he's
Mhm.
getting some solid 18, 19 points or whatever,
Right.
and that's great. And I just think that he's a guy that also
He's
gets
had
targets.
games higher than that.
Yeah, but the thing is, what do you think he averages in targets? Like, what do you think
No, I don't think he gets a lot of targets, but that's the Mahomes
and
offense.
catches? Yeah, I
mean,
get
that's
it.
just
And
that
I'm
he
s-
just doesn't
and
need
I'm
it.
predicting against New York Jets that he just doesn't get any. They don't need to. They like run the ball. They have maybe gets like 2-3 catches. I get it. It can go both ways.
I hear you.
I'm just predicting it to go the other way.
Okay,
for
yeah,
him.
I get it. I'm I'm not saying that it's anything crazy. I understand like the whole
Right.
where you're
Premise-
coming from. I just think it might be a fault, and like at the end of the day, who knows? I mean, it's just my opinion.
Right.
Who else we got?
Thielen?
We got Justin. We got Thielen. A lot
Yeah, I have
different?
him 7. You have him 11.
I had a big. Well, we could go over. I mean, both of these receivers, Thielen and Justin Jefferson. I have Justin Jefferson 10th. You have him in 18th. Yeah, I just find Thielen and Justin Jeff a little bit closer in the 11-10 range, back in wide receiver ones. And you have them widely apart. Thielen 7 and Justin Jefferson
Yeah,
18.
there's a difference. Because so last game, right? Houston versus Green Bay. Fuller was guarded by Jair, who
Right,
Jefferson's
right.
getting guarded.
Right.
And if not the last
Did you check PFF
for what?
if he was guarding him?
He was, yeah,
Got you.
he was. So if not the last second touchdown, like literally in the last seconds, I think he got 4 catches for like 30 yards, if that.
But Justin Jeff's better, baby. I'm kidding.
Just
Go ahead.
better for sure.
I mean, I don't know. Actually. It's pretty
Will
close.
Fuller's a beast. Man.
He's
His
a,
metrics
he's a
is
monster.
insane.
No, I'm not. I'm
For
just saying
sure.
I don't know.
For sure. So I think he stopped him. And to say that a rookie's gonna have a better game than Will Fuller,
That's
to say that Cousins is a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson, to me, I just don't see it. Like I can I can see it.
Yeah,
but
I just think
I'm betting against it.
I think that's fair, but honestly, I think 18's a little bit too low. Like I would never play like Mike Evans and Amari Cooper. Like Amari Cooper's in this like who's his quarterback? Like Mike Evans, like I mean I guess Mike Evans with Godwin being out, but like he's been
I
so
get
trash.
you, but the thing is that like what I look at is like who has Zaire played against? Like Will Fuller has been balling out,
right?
and clearly every time.
I mean, he still
people are
got
playing-
it though. You're saying without the last play, but he
But
still
even
got
no,
it.
he didn't. What did he get? He got like 12, 13 points.
I mean, that's fine from a JJ finish.
for sure. And and I'm saying a person that finished with 12 or 13 points,
Right.
which you could finish, is a wide receiver too.
No, it's not even a wide receiver 2. That's like wide receiver 3 numbers.
Okay, so that's
Right.
what I'm kind of. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Is what I'm
Right.
saying. So
It's
he
also
doesn't-
really hard to rank these guys because at any given week they could be the number 1 guy.
right. Could he outperform Zaire? Yeah, of course.
Right.
But I'm just betting against it just because of what Zaire has been doing.
For sure.
And I think because of that, like just like Cooks, and I think he's a better player than Cooks, which is Thielen. I think Cooks had like 9 targets. He had a pretty good game. He had 13 points without a TD. I think Thielen gets that TD and gets like 19 points.
Yeah. And I'm just betting against that whole thing by saying that Justin Jefferson is the one in their offense, and
That's
I'd rather
right.
have him than Thielen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
he is their
right,
number
and
one.
I'm saying being that he is the number 1, I think he will see more of the targets. The more bigger targets and more touched end zone.
I'll bet you that he does better
Than Thielen? No,
Thielen
I'd
does
never
better.
take that back because I have both of them, and I want both of them to do great. And it's
No, but I mean, like, let's say you believe that just Jefferson does better, and
but
one
I have
guy's
them
18th,
10th and 11th. Like
10th,
it's a
for
it's
su-
a
for
coin
sure.
flip,
Yeah, I hear
dude.
you. I hear you.
What? Who else we got? We got Mike
gee.
Evans. I think you have him at 16. I have him at 22. I'm just completely off of Mike Evans at this
For
point.
sure.
I can't.
I think this is
This
a
is-
potential last game.
Yeah, of course.
Last hurrah. Now Godwin, Scotty Miller, we know what he can do. 30 points one game, 0 points another game. I think they utilize Mike Evans when they need to. I think what they were saying is Tom Brady is is a smart quarterback. He doesn't try to,
Faust the Rock.
yeah, like just put it out there. Just
Faust the Rock.
yeah. What is it? What'd you say?
Faust the Rock.
Force the rock. Exactly. He doesn't try to force it. So I think like when he has all these players around him and he sees Scotty Miller open, like why not give it to Scotty Miller? I think Mike Evans, yeah, they have a pretty good matchup this game. I think he'll get like 1 or 2 TDs.
Yeah.
I
Then
just like it.
we got these big Cincinnati receivers. We got some differences. I have T. Higgins at 18. Boris, you have him at 24. And then the opposite guy, A.J. Green, you have him at 22, ahead of T. Higgins 2 spots. And I have him at 31, below T. Higgins by 13 spots.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he's looking better. I would say A.J. Green is looking better. I still don't believe it. Like, I still got to see
For
it
sure.
for more games. And then T. Higgins, after what he's done, I mean, 2 18-point games, and then he's never gone under, 10, 11 points.
I think the biggest
I can't
difference
really put it
between
behind
both of them right now is Higgins is getting some TDs, clearly. Like he's getting
Right.
targeted in the red zone.
Right.
AJ Green, I don't think he's able to fit. Like I think he maybe got targeted a couple times, but he hasn't. Oh my God, hiccups! He hasn't been able to finish and get those TDs.
Right.
So I think if he gets the TDs, he's clearly the better guy in the sense of he's getting more targets.
I mean, as of these last games,
As
yes.
of two games.
That's what I said. As of last games,
Yeah.
yes. Before those games,
Yeah,
no.
of course. Like
That's what I
nothing
mean.
to
I'm
deny.
saying he's been doing it. I still don't know if I believe.
For sure, and for you to say that you rather trust Higgins than AJ Green, still, I can see that.
Yeah, of course. I think that's the smarter move.
For sure.
All right. Let's get into some.
Tight end rankings.
Wow.
I know.
He
I
got
have
dethroned, huh?
I got some surprise.
He got
J-
dethroned. The
yeah,
Jets. Never mind.
I
All right,
just
guys.
think
The
it's
show's
because
over.
of the
Peace.
Jets, bro. Like I think yes, Denver. It was against Denver. They
Okay,
did trash,
yes,
but yeah, it was a
yes,
win.
whatever.
It was snowing. Whatever. It might be different now. I just think the Jets are so trash, man.
All right. Let's move on. So you got Kittle 1. You got Waller 2. Jonah 5-4. You got Rob Gronkowski all the way at 4. I have him at 8. Is that because of Godwin being out?
Yes.
I see the jump there. TJ Hawk, I have him at 5. You have him at 8. Hunter Henry, pretty big difference. You have him at 11. I have him at 6.
I as much as I was on the Hunter Henry chain, I keep seeing him, and I think in my mind I'm like, wait, I think he's gotten more targets and more opportunity than the reality. In the reality, I don't think he utilizes him as much as I thought.
For sure.
And I think he's more of like a touchdown dependent guy. and a great offense. But he doesn't get actually that many red zone looks as much as you think, because I don't think he has that much athleticism as a big guy. So
Jimmy Graham, I have him at 7. You have him at 14. What's up with that?
also kind of touchdown dependent.
Definitely touchdown a minute, but that's the T landscape.
Of course, that
at
is.
this point.
And I'm just kind of like, you know what? Wait a minute.
I hear you.
Like Richard Rodgers, I like him more just because he's getting more targets.
Right. I
And
definitely don't. But I could see it. I think
and
it's
against
so
Dallas.
close. Dude, once you get out of the freaking top 3, it's just coin flips. I messed up on Mark Andrews. I put him 30th. I don't know how that happened. Just to let everybody know. I'd probably put him right behind Waller. Just because any given... Actually, they're playing Pittsburgh. No, I'd probably have to put him behind Jonah. They're at 5.
Yeah, 6.
But yeah. Those are our tight end rankings.
Yeah, guys. So check out our rankings at thefantasyfootballbrothers.com. Check them out. So we have a situation where we're just doing we're doing PPR rankings, top 36 rankings, and we're doing the QB rankings, 6-point scoring. 6-point scoring.
Yeah, well, let's go over this Thursday night football matchup. C-Mac's not playing, so on the Carolina side of the ball, you're playing Mike Davis. You're definitely playing Robbie. I think you could do worse than DJ Moore.
I think
he's a fine
I think
flex
he's
play.
been solid.
And against
Good play.
Atlanta, you probably want him
Bro,
in there.
we was doing the best ball thing. He went like twice.
Like number 1.
Number 1.
Wow, that's dumb. And then you have Mike Davis, Robbie Anderson. You're not playing, what's his name? Thomas, right?
Dude,
No.
that guy gets like 1 reception a game.
I think Teddy's a great stream.
Great stream.
I think Carolina...
Someone is playing so I'm playing him in 2 leagues. One guy is putting Lamar Jackson on the bench for Teddy.
Well, a lot of people benching Lamar now. It's getting pretty crazy. I'd go out and trade for him if people are going to be this low on him.
I mean, it's also against Pittsburgh, but it's still Pittsburgh.
Right.
This is the thing, though.
But I think people
Pittsburgh
are low on him.
are really good against the run. Actually, not that good against the pass.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he actually
So.
steps it up for freaking 1 year.
Which just sucks. He's like, bro, but I'd rather run.
Right. As well. Hopefully Des Bryant changes something up there.
Wait, what?
Hopefully Des Bryant changes something up there.
Right.
On Atlanta side of the ball, you're playing Julio, you're playing Ridley, you're playing Gurley,
Playing Hurst.
you're playing Hurst. I think you could do worse.
I think Gage, like, maybe.
I wouldn't.
Maybe flex. 2 games in a row, he's been
I
over
mean,
10 points.
yeah, if you have like no other,
For
you know,
sure.
if it's a deeper league, yes, but hopefully you wouldn't. And then Matt Ryan, yeah, I think to me he's a must play in this setting.
I don't know
think
if he's a must play.
to me
Clearly,
is.
I like him. I think he's a QB1. He's like at the end of my QB1. I just think Carolina is a good pass defense. But could I see Matt Ryan destroying that whole thing with all of his playmakers easily? Easily.
I don't think he has to. I don't think that he. Not necessarily like, oh, it's so easy for him to destroy it. I just think he has to. I think they're gonna be behind, and he's just gonna have to throw because that defense can't do anything.
Like when I think about him, bro, like I feel like my heart is out on him because they could have been 3-4,
Bro, they
4
could have
and
like
3, 5.
they
4,
could have had a freaking Super Bowl win right now.
You know, it's disgusting. Even how bad their defense is, they could have still won these games if Gurley didn't mess up.
Right.
If Matt Ryan didn't mess up, if last play situation, insane, man.
If Nick Foles didn't come back to be a god.
Just disgusting, bro.
Yeah, wild. Well,
So who you got to win this game?
I'm gonna go with the upset here.
Atlanta?
If I was betting though, I'd pick Carolina.
Because
Like,
you
this
have
isn't
all
dumb.
the Atlanta players.
No. Just because I want it. But if I was like,
I'm
if I actually put money on this, it'd be like no doubt Carolina.
because
Take
Carolina's
my
at home,
mortgage.
for sure. I'm gonna go. My brain saying Carolina, my heart saying
Literally.
Atlanta. I hope Atlanta wins, man.
Same.
I do.
Well, all right, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button.
Check out our Discord for any questions you guys have with start sit, waivers, rankings, anything you have. Because if you want to have more in-depth rankings, ask us any questions on Discord. The description is below.
We're still trying to hit 40 subscribers by Sunday, guys. So help us out.
Yes, we have 37 or 8.
I think 7. Maybe we got an extra one though. Maybe
Yeah.
more.
It's exciting. It's exciting
Very
times.
exciting.
Corona time. Corona time.
It's Corona time.
It's Corona time. But yeah, man, have fun about this. Have fun with this game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, It's a fun one. Hopefully, it's the same kind of game as Seattle and Arizona was.
Man, that'd be pretty nice. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with the Sunday preview where we go over all the matchups.
Yes.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Have a good day. No worries.
Hey,
Night.
what a nice guy.
Hey, even though we got into a fight earlier, and I'm totally going to beat his butt after
He
this.
is. He is. I'm going to get a black eye.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Thank you for joining the Fantasy Football Brothers for another episode. Visit our website at thefantasyfootballbrothers.com.
Philip,
Check
when
us
you
out
did
on
not
social
practice.
media at the Fantasy
Just
Football
letting everyone know.
Brothers. See you next time.